Hello. My name is Nicole. I wanted to tell a little bit of my story, my background. As you can see, I'm sitting right next to a vortex tree. I call it a vortex tree because as it comes out of the ground, it twists because the energy here is spiral instead of straight. So I'm doing this video in an area of a vortex right now. I'm going to teach you a few things that I've learned through my awakening process. I throw around stigmata a lot, just for the fact I want people to get curious and start researching it. I don't throw it around for the title, I throw it around for people to start getting curious. Through my 4.5, almost 5 years of stigmata awakening, I have learned a lot. Stigmata, if you look up stigmata, the only thing that it has on there is religious stigmata, which is not what I have been through. People that worship Jesus so much actually manifest the last days of Christ. The wounds that he had, they manifest on their body. Because they worshipped Jesus, which was a man born on this earth. And energetically speaking, we are not supposed to worship anything but God itself. I didn't say himself or herself, but itself. Because God is masculine and feminine all in one. God created us as a likeness of itself, which is as a creator. And to do that, you need a positive and a negative charge. Because to do anything, you need a spark of change to happen, for evolution to happen. And if everything is kosher and cohesive, there's no growth. I went through what I called a spiritual stigmata. I had never heard of that before when it came through as a channeled message from Spirit, or I should say my higher self, or I should say God's source energy. To me, Spirit is source energy. Spirit is encompassing all in my mind. But when my Kundalini energy woke up, it triggered an obsession with energy. And that obsession of energy led to not working a regular job for over 4.5 years. As you would say, of earning a paycheck. I lived off of things that I had acquired over my lifetime. And I was able to not work and go through a spiritual stigmata in the privacy of my own home, 1,800 miles away from everybody that I knew and everything that I knew. Therefore, there was nothing bothering me, nothing interfering on anything that I had to go through, and it's a completely organic experience. I spent 4.5 years alone in my house going through what was a stigmata. Now, in my version of a stigmata, since I worshipped energy so much, what is the source of all energy? God. Therefore, I did not worship Jesus, I worshipped God. Therefore, my version of a stigmata is the higher vibrational version of a stigmata, not the lower physical version of a stigmata, which is what people do when they worship Jesus. They get a physical stigmata. Mine was energetic. This is why I know so much now, because all of the information that I had channeled through that 4.5 years of solitude, where the only thing I was getting my information was from Spirit, my higher self, my guides, my angels. There's a couple things I'm going to show you here that will help your energy. I am here to teach you how the energy affects you by what you do on a daily basis. For example, this has been the yogi way, hence yoga, way to sit for meditation. The original one, they say, was where you take and you cross here to here, where the feet are up. If you know anything about energy, there's a lot of energy that comes out of the feet. You are displacing that energy out and losing your energy, which is in fact losing your power. Because the more energy that you dissipate, the less power you have. The more energy you hold in, the more powerful you are. This is when they were searching for answers. They were always palms up, feet up, searching for answers, searching for answers. For one, you don't need to search anymore. The answer is within. For two, you're crossing the legs, which cuts off the chi energy and the flow of your energy, which in turn throws your hips out of alignment. If you do it the way most people do, which is like this, for one, you're crossing and putting pressure right there, cutting the chi off of the energy right there, and throwing your hips out of alignment. Now they blocked, the yogis will talk about this, they like to sit cross-legged because that blocks anything negative from coming into the root chakra when they're in meditation in that open, vulnerable stage. So they cross the energy right at their root chakra to block anything that would come in. Okay? So there's a purpose behind that. But this is the energetic way to have free flow of energy within yourself. Knowing that we are all like God, which is half masculine and half feminine. If you look at it from an energetics perspective, we are cut in half. All of our right side is our positive, which is masculine energy. All of our left side is feminine energy. So if our right side is masculine and our left side is feminine, then think about this. If we bring our leg in and let the soles of our feet touch the inside of our thighs, you make a connection from your foot into your thigh, so you get a continuous amount of energy right there. This is the feminine first. You're bringing it to your root chakra. Then you're taking your masculine side, which is your right side, and bringing it over, so you're still crossing, but you're not like this, on top of each other. You're like this, instead of like this. This cuts the energy in chi. This has perfect free chi flow. So you take your left side, or your right side, and bring it in, and tuck it as far as you can into this leg here. That way the energy goes out and back into your leg, so you have a free flow of energy. Then, instead of palms up and searching, everything is within, palms down. Then, if you want to get even more clever, we're going to bend our head down in what you would say would be the prayer position, which cuts off the energy at the throat chakra. This engages the Bindu chakra, which is right back here, which would be kind of like the flat spot of your head. This energetically is what they call the portal of God. This is your connection. This is your connection to life force energy, which is your crown chakra. This is your connection to God, the Bindu. This is why the Jews wear the kippas over their back of their head because they're protecting their portal to God. I'm going to tell you right now, energetically, what that is your connection to your higher self. And when you bend your head down to pray, it cuts off the energy here, it engages your bindu chakra here, and then you breathe all that information, all that energy through your bindu chakra down through here. And that way when you get done praying, you lift your head up and that energy goes back up. It's almost like an adrenaline shot to God or the universe of what you're praying about to give you a manifestation of it. Because that energy builds as you're praying, as you're thinking about it. And then when you let go, the energy rushes back up. I've felt this during Stigmata, so I know this is the truth. Most everyone remembers waking up at 3 a.m. to 3:30 a.m., 4 a.m. very regularly. This is what the Bible calls the 3 a.m. prayer. The 3 a.m. prayer consists of 4 watches. And if done during the 4th watch, in the Bible it talks about you never know when he will come, which is God. And when he does, stand salute. Now when you're sleeping and you go into a REM state, your God source energy, your life force, not your life force energy, but your God source energy leaves to do astral traveling and work on other dimensions because you're a multidimensional being doing things all the time. But your body has to rest and go into a REM state while it's resting and healing. So to do that, that energy of the busyness needs to leave. That energy always working and doing something. It's your subconscious is taking in everything all at once. So for your body to heal, that has to leave. So you astral travel out of your body, go do your work, do your thing, get your information for the next day, do whatever you're going to do. And then when you come back in and integrate into your body, it's going to wake you up just like that. Now, have you ever heard of paralysis, sleep paralysis, where you wake up and you're paralyzed and it scares people? Some people think there's demons sitting on them and they can't move. What that is you've came in and you've woken up before you're fully integrated into your body. Therefore, you can't move until you're fully integrated into your body. That is what that is. Nothing is taken over your body, nothing. It's just energetic coming back in. And when you come back in, you're still in a lucid state. In that lucid state, Nikola Tesla and Albert Einstein would sit back in chairs. And one would watch the other fall asleep. When they felt they got into a lucid state, they'd wake them up and they would bring ideas back from the ethers or from their higher self in that lucid state. So that lucid state is very, very powerful. So when you wake up and you finally realize you're awake and it is around 3 to 6, which is the 4th watch, at that time you jump out of bed and do the 3 a.m. prayer because you are in a lucid state. And this is the most powerful energy that you can harness in the whole entire existence of your being. This is one of the secrets that the Illuminati do not want you to know. If you look up 3 a.m. prayer, all you're going to see is priests that set their alarm for 3 a.m. and wake up and talk to God because they think it's closest to God. There's a purpose for the 3 a.m. prayer, but that's not it. So every morning that you get up in the morning, your spiritual energy is wide open because you just came in from the astral realm into your body. Now your energy portal is wide open. We have forgotten from our ancient past how to energetically close this portal. This is why the Jews wear the kippas to protect. This is why back in some samurai days they would shave their head but leave that ponytail because that was their holiness. That's their bindu chakra right there. They would shave everything but that area. That was the holy center. So when you come in from astral traveling, that is wide open. So you can get spiritual attacks from all things. If you're in a lower vibration in the day, you can be spiritually attacked non-stop and they can attach to you so quick. So here's a little tip. This will be in my book. When you wake up in the morning and after you've done your prayer, asked for protection, and there'll be a prayer in there that you can do too. But once you've done your prayer, then you close your energy center. After you've protected yourself, then you close your energy center. You protect yourself, then close. You don't want to close anything up. You don't want to close it and then do your prayer. Because if you close it while there's something in there, you're closing that within your energy. So you do your protection and then close it. So what you do is you take your fingers and you go up like this. And you crisscross and you bring them up. You bring them forward, and then you go towards the back of the Bindu chakra, close up that energy, bring it around, and then do one on the base. Touch your thumbs here, and then cross and close that energy center. Now, in stigmatic trance that I've been in, where I can feel energy on such an intense level that you can't even imagine, when I was doing that, it was like it felt like it was suctioning. My brain wanted to kind of just, the energy, I could feel the energy pulling as I pulled it up. And I could feel it melding together. So if you call in for protection, close your energy center every morning. This will help you throughout the day to be able to get through the hardest times that some people seem to be going through right now, because they do not understand what is going on. Our solar system is sitting in the universe. The universe, our solar system is moving around the universe. Never in the same place, but moving around in the universe. As it moves around in the universe, it is getting fed new energies for enlightenment. And that enlightenment energy is fed into the sun, which lets out into everything in the solar system, which is us. This is why our sun DNA upgrades are so important. To go out in the morning before the sun comes up, do your dowsing meditation and cleansing program. And then as you get done, the sun is coming up over the horizon. And that is the only time after your cleansing part that you open up your eyes and you take in that full look of the sun. You have to do it before your pupils become fully dilated, when it first starts to creep out. Otherwise, it's too late. Once your pupils are fully dilated, it takes longer. Do it when it first comes up. Not only is it beneficial for your brain, for your sleep the next night, for your body functioning, but it's also giving you DNA upgrades, ideas on how to get to a better ascension, how to get to a better, higher vibration. Do that every morning and it'll change your life. Go out barefoot, ground while you're doing it. That's even better. Grounding to the earth barefoot. Did you know shoes, the rubber and the soles of the shoes disconnect you from the earth, which the earth is giving off a frequency. You can call, it's the Schumann resonance. You can look it up. And that resonance heals our body. We are so disconnected with the energy of the earth, the frequency of the earth, that our bodies are getting sicker and sicker and sicker. All we have to do is take our shoes and socks off and put our feet on the ground 5 minutes a day. It'll change your life. It'll help you focus more. You won't be so strung out, ADD, brain fog, all this stuff. You need to ground your energy. It's like with the new children that are being born now and the kids in school. The teachers do not know how to handle them because they're such high vibrational frequency that they get put on prescription drugs and dulled down and called delinquents. Things need to change. Our planet right now is calling for help. My purpose in my life is to help you understand energy and how it is affecting you on a daily basis. Just by spitting on the ground, you are cursing yourself. All toxins, energy comes out. We all hold energetic energy in our body of toxicity that we transmute nonstop, and it comes out as phlegm and spit. That's one form. So as you spit on the ground, you're spitting out that toxic energy onto the ground. Now, by the law of attraction, the law of the universe, how the universe works, the laws of the universe, whatever you give, you shall receive. Whatever you resonate, you shall get back. And if you're giving toxic energy out, guess what you're going to get back in? All you have to do is say bless. You bless it and it's done. All meat that you eat carries karma, and that karma is holding you back. Karma is coming from past lives that those animals have had. Yes, animals have had past lives, and when you eat them, you take on their karma. That's why the ancients used to bless their meat after a kill. They'd drain the blood out of the carcass before they'd eat it. Because we know now that water can be programmed. The blood is water. That blood is programmed with that animal's, every incarnation that animal's ever had, plus everything that animal's been through is programmed into memory, into that blood. And if they don't do that, then that goes into the meat. Of course, it's already in everything anyway. So you're ingesting that. That's why a lot of people are going vegan. And a lot of the meat eaters are making fun of them. Don't make fun of them. That's their choice. The energy right now is a high vibrational frequency feeling, not a thinking energy. And to do that, you need to eat light foods, which is fruits and vegetables, anything that grows from the sun, out of the ground. Otherwise, it's heavy with karma, heavy density, not good for your body. It's like the Bible says, do not eat pork. Well, the real reason why you're not supposed to eat pork is because pigs were genetically altered by the Atlanteans. I know this may sound funny to some, but before Atlantis sank, they were dabbling in GMO, genetically modified everything. From adding splices of horse and human to make a horse human so that it would make their jobs easier. Pigs were one of the things that they were gene messing with. And when Atlantis fell, which was part of the reason, because messing with the genes is an abomination to God. And the pigs were smart enough that a few of them lived, and the pig that we have now is an ancestor of the Atlantean pig, which is genetically modified. So every time you eat pork, it is an abomination by God, which means, energetically speaking, don't get all your feathers in a ruffle because it sounds religious. Energetically speaking, when you eat something genetically modified by a human, so a human scientist changed the DNA to be able to make it different. When God changes and makes life, it's from a pure source. When man does it, man's not pure when he's doing it. So that is injected into the nucleus of that, and then everything that it produces. And then when you ingest it, it's greed, money, all this stuff that these people have not healed from, you're ingesting in the food you eat, which decays the body and creates death. There's so much that I want to share. There's so much I have to share to be able to help. They diagnosed me with stage 4 cancer over 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago. Over 2 years ago. They told me over a year ago that I had less than a year to live, having breast, lymph, bone, and liver cancer. Notice I said had. I've been working on scar tissue release ever since I got diagnosed with cancer, knowing that once I released all of the scar tissue in my body, that my body would go back into a homeostasis and the cancer would die off. Well, here I am over a year later, and I'm in the best shape, best feeling of my life. I just got done hiking the upheaval dome. For somebody that was given less than a year to live, and it's over a year, and I feel this amazing. Don't you think I might have stumbled onto something? Just a little bit. I know this sounds different, but just open up your minds just a little bit to think, what if? And then get curious and make your own accusations about it and thoughts about it. Because when you start researching it, it becomes more solid because it makes more sense. Don't just get it from me. Do your own research, and Spirit will lead you right where you need to be every single time. And don't be so dependent on everybody else to show you the way. The way is right here. I know that for a fact because I've done it. I know it's possible. to get all your information from inside. I have done it. A crow's cawing as it flies over. That's spirit saying yes. The synchronicities in daily life help you make it to the next day and the next day and the next day when you feel like you just have nothing left. Spirit is all around you. Nature, animals, synchronicities and numbers, trying to get your attention to look. Boom, there it is. A little summon from spirit. Thank you for allowing me in your life to help you understand the things that you cannot see or feel. But I know when you give it a try and you really open up your mind, it will change your life like it's changed mine. I'm healing from something that should not be healed from. There was nothing for me. Of course, I didn't want it either. I wanted to do it on my own to show that you can do it. And to get the path on how to do it. And that's what I have done by creating divulging. It's the ancient way of living brought into the new age to help you live a karma-free life and ascend to the next vibration, next dimension. Crow just flew over the top of me, cawing. That was amazing. Well, thank you for allowing me in. You have been wonderful, and I appreciate everything. Please like, comment, and share. Without sharing, this stuff does not get out, and it needs to get out. Thank you.